Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss an article from InsideHook.com that shared the best bourbon spots in Chicago with our own Chicago guy, Tim Swyatt. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Igley, along with our special guests, Kathy Cole, Joe Ferrara, Evan Eaters, and Tim Swyatt.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey, so yes, we've got a list here that we're going to be sharing from InsideHook.com that says the top places in Chicago. Tim
it's
being a
sponsored by Pinhook Bourbon.
Yeah. So I was wondering, because it's Inside Hook, that's where the Pinhook was like, I want to be part of this, or how did this happen, or did they name it Inside Hook because Pinhook's about? I don't know. I don't know what came first there, but it's interesting. But yeah, we'll talk about this and see if Tim agrees. These are the great places. I know Delilah's is on. Well, the sneak preview that's on there. That's iconic. That's in any top, if any top 10 list of iconic bars, that bourbon bars, that's going to be in there. But some of these other ones, like sandwich shops and shit, I don't know anything about that. We'll talk to Tim, see if they're legit. We'll get to that after the break. For right now, McNew said there's something she wanted to talk about. What is that, McNew?
Yeah, so we had a pretty lively discussion between shows. The show between the show.
Sure.
So we're talking about the lifespan of underwear and t-shirts.
Yeah.
And I did agree with Tim. I do think there's a lifespan of t-shirts. So we're all kind of here, like where we might get like brand t-shirts, like whether it's bourbon, bands, whatever. Like we have t-shirts that you might get for free because you showed up to an event. I like to wear them to sleep in, but once they get worn, I'm a crafty person. They turn into like painting t-shirts or like housework t-shirts.
Sure.
Do your t-shirts have like a lifespan where like, okay, if you have like a public t-shirt at home, you're just for like working on shitty projects t-shirt.
Yeah, I think so. I think you go from something you wear out to something you just wear around the house to yard work or painting to the last stage is Armor All t-shirt, and then that's it. And that's the end of the line. That's the end of the line. When after your Armor All time is done, then you're done. You get to go to the trash. So yeah, I don't know. That's would be my stages. What about you guys? What's that knocking?
Oh my God, I thought that was hilarious that everybody got quiet and that was the whole small talk.
Maybe that's it.
And scene.
And
that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I love the t-shirt travelogue. I like to get t-shirts wherever I go. And I will wear them, and then I will wear them to sleep in.
Okay.
And then they're too small.
Okay.
Because as I age, I get larger.
Yeah. Okay.
In the belly. So then it's like Winnie the Pooh walking around the house.
I was going to go with Donald Duck.
Okay. Yeah.
Walking around without pants. Well, both are walking around without pants. So.
He's a little red t-shirt, no pants.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's
Pam was in, by the way. I
I
got something for you today. So, just on this note, Pam was in and said she asked Dave if he would walk around in his underwear after hearing that me talking about that and Swiat talking about how we walk around in underwear. And Dave was like, "Oh no, I would never." How are you not comfortable enough in your own house that you're not? There's one goddamn place I can walk around in my underwear, and no one cares, and that's my house, and that's it. I wouldn't go to Tim's house and do it, but at my house, I can walk around in my underwear, and I shouldn't have to feel guilty about it.
I freaked my wife out the other day. It was 10 o'clock at night. I'm in the house in my underwear. My dog had to go out, so I went out in my underwear.
Well, you just go out real quick, right? Yeah.
There's the nearest house is about 100 yards away. There's nobody around. It's pitch black.
Yeah.
And my wife is like, "You went out in your underwear?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "I never would have believed you would have ever done that. If somebody had said to me that you would do that, I would have said, no, not him. He never would."
My neighbors are much closer.
Yeah, mine are much closer, but sometimes in the mornings I have to take my dogs out. I have a fence for 2 of them. The other one will not go in the fence. So I'm like, I got to really remind myself in the morning. I'm like, you're going out front. You got to put shorts on. You got to put, it's really like a conscious
because you're
thing.
strolling around in your underwear. Yeah.
I
Your
cannot
deck's
watch
taller
it.
than your,
like, you know how people have like coat hooks by the front door? You need a short hook.
Yeah,
Shorts.
I'm like,
Pair of shorts are.
not you to see my whole ass. Like,
Peters, you stroll around your house in your underwear?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll go out back. Hell, I've gone out front before.
Right. It doesn't matter. What the hell?
I walk
out and
out
get
the
the
back
mail.
door. Yeah, I walk out the back door throwing the coffee grounds in the garden in my underwear. I don't care. You want to drink it in, drink it in. Now, I will say, I did change my personal behaviors on sleeping without undergarments on because of poop particles due to a discussion on this show.
Oh.
And there was a time when I forgot that we had motion sensors. I don't know why this is pre this show, so pre undergarments being worn while sleeping. And for some reason, I walked out the back door to throw something out real quick in the middle of the night, and I forgot we had motion sensors on. The motion sensor went off, and I'm sitting there buck naked on my desk.
Oh,
so that was something, and it was late, but it wasn't that late. It was there was some reason why I went on. I forgot. I'm like, oh shit!
I can see one of those
now.
neighbors. Yeah, look at that sausage.
Yeah. I feel bad for that guy.
So you
know
weren't
it's cold, but it's not that
drink it in then, huh?
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, that is a different story.
Okay. What was our other topic? What was the real topic?
T-shirts
I
afterwards.
still disagree with men cutting
T-shirt
the
lives.
sleeves off of their shirts.
Okay.
yeah.
Never be
Your
seen in
second
public
life.
with a sleeveless T-shirt on.
No.
Ever.
Oh.
You know, I'm still waiting.
Ever.
I'm still waiting
It's
for
like-
my promo T-shirt from Turner Wathen in a large, so I can wear that and post pictures on social media for him on his
Right.
promo rolling fork. But I don't know, McNew. Do you know anything about that? I don't know.
I do, and I still have that T-shirt, and I feel like I can't wear it in public, even though it's fine. Like, the T-shirt has not deteriorated by any means.
Right.
I just cannot wear it in public.
You posted it all over Instagram. That's as public as can be.
Well, it's different going to your grocery store.
This is true.
Yeah, you're putting it out
Your
to people
pajama
that
pants.
you know instead of people you don't know. Right.
Well, Instagram's for the attention. I want to be very ignored when I go to the grocery store. And talk to
I want to be ignored.
Okay.
Not ignored, very
Okay.
ignored.
Yeah. Very ignored. I don't think she's like that at all. I would love to, again, be a fly on the wall watching McNew grocery shop, like in the manager's office, watching her on camera. I'm sure she's talking to everybody like, "Oh, you probably know me. I'm McNew."
I talk to nobody. I'm like, I have a list. I go to the
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure.
this,
I'm
and I
sure.
get out.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
fucking
very
hate it.
quiet, very humble woman. So yeah.
Okay.
On that note, it's time to drink. What's everybody drinking? Let's start with Swiat.
Oh, shucks.
All right, let me Katie Joyce and get my settings correctly here as I talk.
20 minutes later.
While I'm
Okay, yeah,
delaying.
here we go.
Here we go. I've got a bottle of Woodhat Spirits Bloody Butcher Red Corn Whiskey.
Okay.
This is not. Oh, it is the Barrel Pick Toasted Toffee. It's an oldie but a goodie.
Okay. Decent sloshy at the end.
Yes.
Yeah. So poor
But we
form.
heard it.
We did hear it. So it's unlike old Swiat. So we are hearing stuff now.
We
All
are
right.
figuring it out.
All right, Kathy, you're next.
Okay, I'm out of town. I have one bottle, so I'm going to open up Kentucky Owl.
Okay. Squeaky.
Squeaky.
Squeaky. What do you think there, Evan? Who's got the lead?
I think we're gonna leave that one with Tim.
Tim. Okay, Tim's got the
I was
lead.
going to say, well, I've got the lead.
Okay.
Right,
All right.
well,
he will have it soon.
soon.
All right, Joe, you look like you're ready to go. What do you got? Eagle Rare there? What is
I have
that?
an Eagle Rare. It's actually a barrel pick from Warehouse Liquors in Chicago.
Okay. Not
That's a
enough.
base.
Not enough. Horse and Jockey out of New York area. So, there we go. Slide on set.
That was cute.
Tim's still got the lead, I'd say. All right, McNew,
This
you're
is
next.
depressing.
This is.
This is one I picked up today just because I like the label. And I don't know what persimmon.
So Tim's finally in the lead, and she's going to pull out a new bottle.
I'm pulling out a new bottle. It's a persimmon cinnamon whiskey.
Persimmon. Cinnamon. Yeah.
Persimmon with
Persimmon.
Cocktails with it, but we'll see what it does.
Okay.
Oh,
Tim, you're out.
Tim's out.
Done.
He's out to my bullshit.
All right.
I'm here for it, McNew. I'm here for it.
McNew's got the lead, but Neaters, who has upgraded his equipment, and he's
And brings
buys
new
all new
bottles
bottles.
every
Buys all new
show.
bottles. Yeah.
well,
What do you got?
I have a Wood Hat Bloody Butcher Red Corn Whiskey single barrel from the ABV Barrel Shop.
Oh, there you go. It didn't even
There it
open
is.
up. Yeah, it didn't make the noise as he pulled his hand out of there either. So there's some cheating going on.
Yes.
We got to do an
Shenanigans.
investigation.
Yeah.
We have to award him the victory now, but we may come
Cheers.
back later and strip him.
Cheatery.
Cheers. Yeah.
Put an
Cheers.
asterisk next to this one.
Oh, not again. Not
Yeah.
again.
Give you a reason to publicly shame you.
So
in the
many
group club,
asterisks, Evan.
group.
So many
Yeah.
asterisks.
Ugh.
All right. What we'll do next, we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we've got our list of 5 places in Chicago they say are the best if you are interested in bourbon. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. We're also sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop focuses exclusively on barrel picks. It's the job of owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot to seek out distilleries that are making the best whiskey in the world, taste through their barrels, and select the ones that are off-profile in the best way possible. They have high standards and refuse to allow anything into their store other than something they would be proud to have their name on. This leads to some really awkward conversations with distilleries that can't make it, but they do it for you, their customers. Learn more about what is going on at their St. Louis-based store by heading over to abvbarrelshop.com. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at neelyfamilydistillery.com.
This is also Freddie Mills going underneath the alias of Danny Kennard. You can find me on Facebook at any time. Just look up Danny Kennard, but I am Freddie Mills. Trust me.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about bourbon Chicago hotspots with our Chicago expert, Tim Swyatt.
Yes, we are. So InsideHook.com, sponsored by Pinhook Bourbon, which is interesting. Again, I maybe it's just InsideHook.com and Pinhook is like, that's kind of cool. It's got a hook in it. Let's sponsor these guys. Maybe that's how it happens. Or maybe Pinhook's like, let's just put out a news thing and then every article will be about us. There's different ways you could do this. I don't know. I don't know how it happened. But
when I saw the list, I thought we were going to do a bracket challenge.
Oh, yeah. No. There's only 5. We bracket challenge 8. 8 is the number. So
I did research.
And I've only heard of one of these places, which is wild.
Right. Me too. I've only heard of one. Delilah's is on there. So yeah.
Yep.
We'll talk about Delilah's, but we're going to go in the order that they did, and we'll have Kathy, who is our official show reader, and apparently has done some research, so we'll let her talk about what she knows too, and then Tim.
Yeah.
What's up first?
Jerry's Sandwiches.
Jerry's Sandwiches. Can this be real? A place that, first of all, Lenny wouldn't go there. They're going to get none of Lenny's business. He won't go there.
Correct.
No way.
That's not Steelbach money.
Right.
At Jerry's Sandwiches.
So a sandwich shop? Is this what this is, Tim? What's going on here?
Yeah, it is a sandwich shop. They're breakfast joints. They were open in 2002. They're in like Lincoln Park or something like that. So in the real Lincoln Park, Trixie area, the whole hippie place, all that jazz. They do have a solid cocktail spirit menu and everything. And the one thing I'm trying to find connections on looking at that is how many pinhook expressions are on each of these, and does that correlate to the ranking? And as of now, Jerry's Sandwiches, I'm not seeing Pinhook on there.
Oh.
So I'm sorry, Pinhook Rye. They do a Pinhook Rye.
Okay.
A $7 pour or a $10 pour, and fairly well priced, I would say, for that expression. But they do have a pretty good representation across the board of your traditional bourbons, your big places, but also some of the ryes and the other whiskeys is where you get into some fun stuff. The single malts, this, that, and
okay.
I have been there once.
Enough, their TripAdvisor reviews mention nothing besides sandwiches and beer.
Really?
Correct. Same craft beer place. I would agree.
This is curious that this would make in Chicago, big city. It has to have a lot of bourbon bars, a lot of whiskey bars. I just based on the size of Chicago, and again, this is Greater Chicagoland, so it's not just Chicago proper. So I would think there's got to be, but yeah, that's an interesting one to make it in my mind. All right,
nice.
Good
research. Got to be a connection somewhere.
Go
ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, to me, it seemed like they kind of judged most of these on the atmosphere overall, not just around the bourbon, I think. And it's places that also just have a decent selection of bourbon. That's at least what I took from the list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's interesting because this says that we're going to talk about the best bourbon spots.
Right.
All right. Exactly.
Spots with bourbon is what it should say.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. I mean, based on this list, if we had the ABV Barrel Shop there,
places. Let's be serious. Come on.
It sounds like the ABV Barrel Shop would probably be pretty high
number
on this
one.
list. Yeah.
Start cranking out sandwiches. You'll be number one. That's
maybe.
It.
All right. Who's up next, Kathy? What do we got?
I don't know how to say it.
Series table. They got the wrong one on there. It should be Series Bar at the Board of Trade, which is
not what they have. No,
we
can't make our own list here. We have to go by what they have. So we can't be like, well, okay, this is cool because no, it's the table.
An Italian spot, once again, TripAdvisor, no mention of their bourbon.
None.
Huh.
That's what I did. I went to TripAdvisor and I looked at those reviews.
Okay.
Nothing about the bourbon.
Okay. So yeah, I looked at that right away. And I was like, this can't be good. So have you been to the table versus the one? No, you haven't even been there?
Never even heard of it. The Series Bar is if you're in the financial markets, you know Series Bar very, very well. There's many drunken nights, all the traders. That place is popping at 6 a.m. or it's popping at 2 p.m. Doesn't matter. It's amazing. It's a pretty sick little place. It's also where a lot of Chicago politicians tend to get picked up for doing illicit activities as well. Okay. But Series Table, never even heard of it, to be honest with you.
Maybe that's what they meant. Maybe they meant the other one? I don't know. I don't Series Bar.
You try to go to their website and you get like flagged on like don't go here, unsafe site, and the site's dead.
Right?
So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
It was a little scary when I was doing my research.
The list isn't going so well so far. This next one,
It's closed also.
Is it? The next one's closed?
Yeah, I know.
Seriously?
Series. I just went on to Yelp,
Series is closed now. Yeah.
and it says Yelp reports this location has closed. It was really good when it was open, though.
Oh yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Great bourbon.
Okay.
Great bourbon.
What was
this
the
next
guy
one-
saying? Nobody went there because it was always too busy.
Yeah.
That's why they closed.
Yeah. So the next one does sound like a liquor place.
It sounds like a place I'd like to go. I think I live in this
Slightly
condition
toasted?
most days.
Slightly toasted. Yeah.
Yep.
What do you know about this, Tim?
This place, good food, tons of single barrel picks from them all across the board.
Okay.
They've got a huge amount of just general American whiskey. I mean, they've got American single malt because that's what I'm looking at. Is other stuff we can't get or stuff that's starting up and coming. Their whiskey list is booklets deep. I mean, it's a book.
Okay.
Ryes,
How many
scotches,
pinhooks?
everything across the board.
How many pinhooks? That's how we judge these things.
Well,
Give me a
looks
moment,
up how
I
many
will tell
pinhooks,
you.
I'll tell you that they look like they have some
One
really
green
good
label
tacos.
rye. There's 1, 2, 3. They have the green label rye. They've got the Pinhook pink label, 116 proof. The Pinhook orange label, 98. And that is it of Pinhook.
Okay.
3 Pinhook expressions there.
Okay. We give them 3
I've been to
pinhooks.
this place
Yeah. What do you think?
years ago. I liked it. Yeah, I mean, I was impressed by all the whiskey on the
It sounds impressive.
wall there.
It sounds like
Yeah.
this one is legit. It's our first truly legit one, I feel, on the list
Yep.
so far. The next one, it's almost like you probably couldn't even do this list if you didn't have the next one on there. So
Tell me about it.
Yeah, it would be you would be very suspect if you published this list and number 4 wasn't on there. What's number 4, Kathy?
Delilah's.
Yeah, that's legit, right, Tim?
That is Jimmy Russell's favorite place in the city.
Yeah, that's cool.
Any whiskey fest, anytime he's in town, you guarantee he shows up at Delilah's, and it doesn't matter what time of night. It's
Right.
pretty impressive what he's done over the years with that group and the family over there and the crew. They're good. They're a lot really good folks.
Yeah, okay, that one's 100% legit. All right, last but not least, what do we got, Kathy?
The Franklin Room.
Okay,
It looks bouncy.
Okay. What do you think, Tim?
TripAdvisor said
Yeah.
it was bouncy.
It's
Just
very
shaking his
fancy.
head. Sean.
Yeah, it's not. That's a business dinner, business expense joint to stop by and pop in. I mean, you'll find your expensive expressions there, just like you would expect. They have
Okay.
some decent flights that are there, but again, they also have a number of stuff that's either local or somewhat regional. That is interesting.
22 pinhooks they have. So, well.
Yeah, they have 22. They have the whole entire catalog. All the
Yes.
SKUs are there.
Okay.
Let's see. Pinhooks. Let's see.
He's
No,
looking-
none of the ryes. There has to be one here, and I must be missing it. But no, I'm not seeing any pinhooks on
No
the. on the-
pinhooks. No pinhooks.
That's why it's number
whiskey
5.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Can I throw in 2 honorable mentions and you give me your real opinions on them?
okay.
Yep.
So they're places I liked when I've been in the city.
Okay.
Bobby's Deerfield
Yes.
and the Emerald Loop.
Both are great. Bobby's has an amazing barrel aged cocktail. They do a barrel aged Manhattan, and they have a nice little liqueur they added into a pop to make that thing pop. That is spectacular.
Their
Okay.
whole
Yeah.
aesthetic, it's just beautiful when you walk in there. Like, and it's not pretentious though, because I don't
Okay.
like pretentious places. It seems casual when you walk in, but they do everything so well.
Tim, do you feel like, again, if they were like, well, we got to leave it at 5, could those 2 that McNew just mentioned make it on this list? Knowing that one is closed, it clearly can have one spot. What about the other one? Yeah.
I would not consider them Chicago. They're suburbs.
Okay.
So Bobby's is up north of the city, and the Emerald Tap, and they're also north of the city. So
Yeah.
you can't really
No,
call them
Emerald-
Chicago.
Emerald Loop's right in the loop.
Is Emerald? I'm thinking the Emerald Loop. Okay.
Yeah, Emerald
Well, yeah,
Loop's
the Emerald Loop would qualify there.
Yeah, you could walk
Okay.
to that from Wacker. That's definitely
Yeah.
in
Right.
Yeah.
So that's our new list.
Yeah. The new list.
There's your news. You can add
McNew-
that one on there. You can add emeralds on there. Yeah.
McNew, remember that time you went to Chicago with one pair of jeans and you didn't realize your dog had eaten the crotch out of the jeans? What did you do? Did you just walk around? You just walk around? half nude in Chicago, or not leave your room? What happens when you show up on a trip with a pair of jeans that has no crotch?
We had
I was like very aired out that weekend. It was
so here's the thing: we had casual Fridays, so I planned to have
that's very casual. That's very casual.
That's taking it to a whole nother level of casual.
So the rest of the week, I had dresses and professional things, but after I'd get off work, I had nothing to do. So like I would leave the office that I was in, I'd go to my hotel, I would change into something casual so I'd look like a tourist. I just didn't change those days, but there's like an H&M and a Target very close to where I was staying. So I walked there and bought some casual shit because my dog ate my favorite
So did you then, with the jeans, do you dispose of them in the hotel trash like I used to do? When I would like to leave my clothes behind. See, McNew's followed my program before she even knew it. So yeah.
The crotch was ate out of them. What else? I'm not taking it home. I'm not patching that.
Well, I mean, if you're going out clubbing or something, it might make some sense.
Can you less friction?
First of all,
can you imagine what the housekeeping staff thinks when they walk in and they see a pair of jeans thrown in the garbage? It's all a crime scene.
With the crotch.
Yes. What are they thinking? Who knows?
It's like a true crime episode start right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Only McNew goes on a trip.
I thought Casual Fridays was open-toed shoes, not crotchless jeans or assless chaps.
Oh my God.
All chaps are assless.
It's not as funny to say that though. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah. So, all right. On that note, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Evan, we're going to start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook at Evan Needers.
All right, Kathy.
You can find me on Instagram at KKCaskStrength.
Tim.
You can find me trying some crotchless jeans at some point in time because I think that sounds interesting. And on Instagram at SwyGuy2112.
Joe.
You can find me on Instagram at Bourbon_aficionado.
McNew.
You can throw me throwing crotchless jeans in the trash at McNew ABV on Instagram.
That wasn't the only time that happened to you, though, too, right? That was...
No, there was the one time. Like, so they were my favorite. Like, you get this one cat. KK probably knows. As a woman, get this one pair.
She's dragging you in, Katie.
You love this more than life itself. And when those go, like a part of your soul goes. Like these.
Yeah.
Those are
oh my God!
Right?
But the dog always goes for the crotch.
He did. Yeah, that was his thing for a while.
Okay.
Now, but that was,
she had a deal going on for a while where every time her pants would have the crotch gone. So
yeah. My dog.
We may get a new sponsor after this episode. We may have some shops coming in here saying, can we sponsor McNew on some of this?
All right. For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us, ABV Barrel Shop. We are in the St. Louis suburb of Arnold, Missouri. It's a place where you can try before you buy. Check us out online, abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. Farnance will have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some of the great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro is owned and operated by Russell Creed, who makes stills for the hobby distiller. He offers a one-stop shop for everything the at-home distiller needs. Whether it's a small, experimental stovetop still or something bigger you run outside, he has the still or parts you would have difficulty fabricating yourself if you were trying to build a DIY still project. Additionally, he has resources to assist in creating unique distilled spirits, including heirloom grains, barrels for aging, and recipes. Check out Russell's company online at moonshinestillpro.com. Finally, I have a question for you. Have you ever boxed a bear? Of course not. That'd be silly. Bears really don't follow the rules, so shots in the back of the head, punches to the nuts, and scrums after the bell would be the norm. A better idea would be to enjoy Boxing Bear Whiskey, a brand crafted by Nobleton's Distilling House in Union, Missouri, and sold exclusively at the ABV Barrel Shop in suburban St. Louis. This is a popular offering that sells out quickly, but when you're in town, stop by the ABV Barrel Shop and see if they have it in stock. Better yet, sign up for their email and text distribution over at abvbarrelshop.com and you'll know exactly when it is in stock. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.